Welcome to week 2 of the Friday Night Frenzy playoff edition on a Saturday morning. I'm Stan Pamphilus along with Luke Nopestein. Luke, a win on Friday put you a step closer to the state title bid, and Reynolds, one of the Mountain's best, they had a tough one.
They did have a tough one last night. They've been one of the best in the Mountains, but boy, oh boy, they faced a big challenge against 6-seed Weddington. Warriors have just been a thorn in the side of Buncombe County teams. 4-0 over the past couple of years, including a win last year over the Rockets. But this time of the game, at Reynolds, R.L. Dalton Stadium, here we go. It would turn out to be incredibly close last night. Great matchup between two really good teams. Opening kickoff, things were looking good for Reynolds. Rico Dowdle fields the ball at the 10, taps that B button, turbocharged. Look at the speed and the agility of Dowdle. Gets the ball across midfield inside the 35. Later in that first drive of the game, Dowdle pump fakes it to the left and goes to Andrew Moore on the right, who makes the catch, moves the chains, and gets the ball inside the 15-yard line. Great first drive for the Rockets, and it sets up Dowdle. Stays on his feet, makes one defender miss, and then another gets crunched. But man, that defender got the worst of that. Into the end zone, Rockets up 7-0 just like that. But later in the first, Warriors quarterback Grayson Willingham keeps the football and finds pay dirt. We're all tied up at 7 points apiece. That score would remain all the way into the fourth quarter. Rockets on the 35-yard line, but not for long, and it's Dowdle. Gosh, he is fast. 65-yard run to the house. Rockets take the lead, but miss the extra point, so it's 13-7. Back come the Warriors as Willingham finds Blaise Arthur Wong for the score. This game would go overtime. Reynolds falls in a heartbreaker, losing 28-21 in overtime. Wow.
Oh, man, I tell you, that hurts.
Yeah, tough game.
They lost, tough game, but still a great year.
Yep.
3A playoffs, West Henderson at 9-3. They're having their best season since 1996.
That's incredible.
That's a long time.
Yeah.
Hosting West Rowan, they got the same record, same mascots, both Falcons. Which Falcon would fly high tonight or last night? Falcons of West trailed 20-zip at the half, cut it to 20-7 in the third. They've got the ball momentum, but the handoff between Brandon Whitaker and Tyreek Dunbar hits the ground. Falcons of West Rowan swarm and get the fumble recovery. They would hold it, use up the clock until the fourth when Casey Otto finds Cortez Weeks on the slant, 27-7 West Rowan. A lot of pride, though, in West Hendo. They put it together on one last drive. Look at the pass, fourth down from Whitaker to Tristan Thomas. Jumps up, gets the ball at its highest point, holds on. He's a little sore, but he does get up. Okay. That sets up Tanner Bullock one last time in his amazing career. Touchdown. Falcons, though, fall to West Rowan 41-19. Now down the road at Hendersonville High School in the 2A second round, 4-seed Bearcats hosting number 12 Mount Pleasant. Hendersonville came running to the banner, and then Tykel Landrum could have just kept on running. Opening kickoff, Landrum follows his blockers, shows some patience, then explodes through the hole, 93 yards to the house. 14 seconds in, and it's 7-0 Bearcats.
That was easy.
Nice, yeah. Later in the first, tied at 7, Mike Schmidt in the offense inside the 10. Rolls, finds Landrum alone in the end zone. Ball comes out. They say, no, that's a touchdown. 14-7, Hendersonville. Move ahead to the second quarter. Bearcats down by 7, but watch this. Schmidt, 3-step drop and fires a strike to Alex Williford. Refuses to be tackled. He ties it back up at 21. It was Mount Pleasant's night, though, as this perfect pass from Jacob Irby gives them a halftime lead of 28-24, and the Bearcats fall 40-32.
All right, well, another 2A second-round game in Thomasville last night where the 7-seed Mountain Heritage traveled. 7-seed Cougars at the 2nd-seed Bulldogs. And saying Mountain Heritage would need to play its best game of the season if they hope to win last night. And here we go. Thomasville trying to go deep early. Jalen Jenkins looking down the field, but it's picked off. Cole Burleson was wide open.
He was wide
He made the catch, said thank you very much. I appreciate that. And Burleson just weaving in and out of traffic, gets this ball all the way down to the 20-yard line, and that was really just how he drew that one up. Nicely done by Burleson. A few plays later, Mountain Heritage punches it in with Trey Robinson. They go for 2 and get it. Mountain Heritage up 8-zip. Now with the score 8-8 in the second, Mountain Heritage on the move. Robinson, nice run to about the 10. Cougars in business. Later in that same drive, Robinson will finish it off. Same play, taking it in from 2 yards out. 2-point conversion good, 16-8. Mountain Heritage pulls off the big upset, winning 30-22.
And the Franklin Panthers with another strong season. They won their 3rd WNCAC championship, and they get a home game, another one at the Pit.
Yeah, Franklin Panthers always tough at the Pit. They hosted West Caldwell last night. The Warriors, visiting team, just 7-5, but their losses were really to some teams really in the upper echelon of prep football. Could the Panthers advance in this 2AA second-round game? Well, let's find out. The Pit just packed, as always. Franklin fans hoping for a big victory Friday night. Warriors quarterback Titus Tucker with the ball trying to make something happen, but Franklin's defensive front all over him. Nikolai Lamb forces the intentional grounding, and then Franklin comes back with some trickery. Jackson Perone to Hunter Gibbs, who dishes it to Chris Storer, almost houses it. 16-yard pickup. Coach Brooks wants that extra yard, and he wants it bad. One play later, the dive play to Hunter Gibbs. Touchdown Panthers. It's 7-0 home team. And then, Stan, this is what Franklin football is famous for. They're tough. Nikolai Lamb gets it and just gets crunched. But I think the defenders got the worst of that. Lamb breaks loose, makes another defender miss, 41 yards to the house. I've got a headache. 14-0 Panthers, and they cruise. Coach Brooks is pumped up. Franklin wins 31-7.
All right, in 1AA, Mitchell Mountaineers, they've had a great season.
They have.
11-1. Last night they played a team from the city that Andy Griffith made famous. Of course, that's Mount AIRY. The Granite Bears making the trip to Bakersville. Isn't that a great name? Mitchell trying to deny them a Hollywood ending. Packed house at Mitchell to watch their Mountaineers on this cold mountain night, but it was Mount AIRY who warmed things up first. Opening drive, Jackson Smith to Malik Frost, an appropriate name on the chilly night, goes around the end and scores 7-0 Granite Bears.
Granite
Coach
Bears.
Travis Pittman gets his club going. Doing the special. Ground and pound. Ben Young, Cy Thomas, touchdown, 7-7. Next time in the red zone, Young calls his own number. Good call. Breaks a tackle. Just barrels in there. He scores, no problem. 14-7 Mitchell. Now the Mountaineer defense comes through. Jackson Smith wants to go deep downfield, but check out Peyton Green. Nice pick. That's sweet. That halts the threat. They take advantage of that mistake a little later. It's Young again on the sweep. He dives in right here, 21-7. Mitchell rolls 41-14. Next week, they go to top seed East Wilkes.
That should be fun. All right, an NCIS AA Division II Christ School tried to win its first ever state title at top seed Ravenscroft. Greenies had a 2-touchdown lead but couldn't hold on, falling 50-26. Still a great year at 10-3. Now let's check some other scores.
All right, we told you 1AA. Swain had the early lead, but they lose at top seed East Wilkes, 22-7.
In 1A, number 6 Rosman falls to number 3 Murphy by 1 point, 28-27 on a missed extra point. And Robbinsville, the defending state champs, beat 10th seed Winston-Salem Prep 37-15.
Andrew shut out by top seed Community School of Davidson 24-zip. And Thomas Jefferson Academy keeps rolling. They shut out Union Academy 24-0.